Hi, I'm Evan Feinberg, president of Generation Opportunity. I want to tell you a story. In 2012, a young man named Jack Andraka found a cheaper, more effective early detection test for pancreatic cancer. He was moved by a family friend's untimely death due to the illness. And 15-year-old Jack, through his high school biology class, discovered a way to detect this awful disease at an earlier stage for 3 cents in 5 minutes. A truly remarkable invention. Another story, Leon McCarthy, a 12-year-old boy, born without a hand, couldn't afford a $30,000 prosthetic in the marketplace. But Leon's father, Paul, decided to find an alternative. Working with an international team that included a puppeteer and a carpenter, Paul was able to construct a $150 3D printed prosthetic hand for his son. The same product is now available online for as cheap as $5. Young people like Jack and Leon demonstrate what the next generation has to offer our country. Thanks to millennials across the nation, Americans can enjoy social media sites like Facebook and Snapchat, or ride-sharing services like Uber and Lyft, and many more. Yet we're living in the basement. We're on the sidelines. My generation is currently experiencing the highest sustained unemployment rate since World War II. With a 15% unemployment rate and a 40% underemployment rate, millennials are spending more time in their parents' basements rather than starting businesses or thriving at their current jobs. And chances are, if you do find a job, it won't be in the field you went to school for. A full 1/3 of 18 through 34-year-olds have been forced to move back in with mom and dad. We've heard the stereotypes: lazy, entitled, coddled. But they're wrong. We're creative, entrepreneurial, and above all else, we're not content with the status quo. That's why we need a free, dynamic economy. In the past, businesses actually had to compete for their customers in order to earn a profit so they could grow and expand. And they needed younger workers who had fresh ideas, approaches, and skills. But over the past few decades, big business has worked hand in hand with big government to change the playing field. And the results have been a stagnant economy closed to younger workers. Cronyism between big government and big business has rigged our economy against young people by raising taxes and regulation on those of us who simply want to make a living, or those of us who want to change the world, like Jack and Leon. You see, existing businesses, they like regulations and taxes that hurt entrepreneurs while protecting their market share. Since 1975, the Code of Federal Regulation has increased from 71,000 pages to over 175,000 pages. According to the Brookings Institute, during the same time period, the U.S. startup rate, new businesses, have decreased from 15% to 8%, while the failure of new businesses increased from 20% to 27%. The worst part about this is that it keeps us from enjoying the things that we like the most, like our healthcare plans, which Obamacare, passed with the blessings and the lobbying of the healthcare industry, deemed substandard and did away with. Big beer companies keep lobbying to keep microbreweries from penetrating their market. You enjoy food trucks? Big restaurants lobby to regulate them out of business. Do you like shopping on the internet? Brick and mortar retailers are pushing Congress to tax internet sales. Do you appreciate your Uber rides on a Friday night? The taxi companies are asking the government to regulate them out of existence. But cronyism doesn't just keep us from what we love or create barriers of success for young entrepreneurs. It takes money out of the private sector and moves it toward government. Since 2009, over $18.5 billion have been spent lobbying the government by special interest groups. Imagine how many jobs were lost because of that. Big companies regulating their competition out of business through the government has caused our economy to stagnate. And our generation is sick and tired of sitting on the sidelines. As one of the most entrepreneurial, innovative, and tech-savvy generations, the merits of our ideas and products will stand on their own. Politicians from both parties should recognize that they are part of the problem, not the solution. Our generation is prepared to solve our own problems. All we ask is that government get out of our way so that we can free our own future.